Hello.
Hello. Welcome back. Okay, well, that's fine.
I had to cough, and then I did the cough.
So you yelled?
Well, the yelling was gonna go into the coughing. You hear me? You hear me?
No.
Look, this is our end of the year special. No, it's not. Why? Hello? Well, yeah, we have one more week.
Christmas special, like Merry Christmas.
This is a
peace on Earth.
This is
goodwill to men.
Hey Siri. No, don't hey Siri. That was weird. Look at this new thing it tells me to do. Look, it's talk instead of type. But look at the example. That's a weird example. I'm gonna cut that.
It is a little weird.
Anyway, what's up, guys? Hope you're doing all right. Nope, I don't. I'm just kidding, guys. I don't care. Oh, that's mean. I care. I hope everyone's having a great Christmas time, great Christmas season. As the chestnuts are roasting and the fire pit is getting hotter and the laughter swells, and then you watch one of 3 Grinch movies. Why do you think there's so many Grinch movies?
I think there's just a different one for every era.
Do you understand? Like we talked about the Joker before, but can we talk about the Grinch? Because the Grinch, there's almost been as many Grinch movies and Grinch portrayals as there have been Joker portrayals. Do you understand me?
I mean, there's only been 3 Grinch movies.
Yeah, and 4 Jokers. Yeah,
I mean, there's Jokers and more TV related stuff.
Well, I'm sure there's more Grinches that we don't. I'm sure there's TV Grinches.
No, because the first Grinch wasn't the TV. He was just a TV special.
But I'm sure that people do Grinch all the time. And are we not forgetting about all those classic portrayals of characters who act like the Grinch in their medium? Such as, it's never been done before.
Yeah, basically.
No, it's been, I know, like a kid's show, like they do their spoof of the year and then somebody plays the Grinch. Oh, like in Glee. For all my Glee watchers, Sue Sylvester, you know, the coach lady?
Yeah.
She dresses up as the Grinch, like they spray paint her face as the Grinch.
That just seems rude.
So what I'm saying is, Grinch is kind of popular. Why is the Grinch so popular? Do we just love evil? Are we not Christian people? Or
he turns into a good guy at the end, so it's not that bad.
So do we love a good redemption story?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know why you're asking me.
But for 90% of the movie, he's a bad guy.
Yeah, but it's the 10% that everybody cares about.
But does that mean he is a bad guy?
Yes.
Like Wreck-It Ralph told me. Anyway, so let's talk about Christmas. What are we doing for Christmas? What are we doing?
I'm just doing basic stuff. I'm just seeing family. What are you doing for Christmas? That's the actual topic.
No, tell me more about seeing family.
That's the same.
I want to know about seeing family.
You see family.
I don't see family.
You open presents. You have
Who
dinner.
opens
That's
presents?
it.
Me?
Everybody.
You have a present for me?
Everybody opens presents.
I'll open it
Christmas.
now, please.
I don't have it.
What? What? I thought it was Christmas.
It's not Christmas.
But this is the Christmas Merry Christmas. This is the Christmas special.
The Christmas special never actually goes up on Christmas, dude.
This will come out Christmas Eve. I'm just kidding, it won't. Actually, I could schedule it to come out Christmas Day, because joke's on you guys, we're not filming this during the Christmas season time. It's before. We're time travelers. So, kind of cool.
Basically.
Anyway, do you eat extravagant meals for the day after Christmas? Christmas?
I mean, sure, but like we don't. I don't know. It's nothing special. It's just a meal. It's just food.
You get to see all your friends, all your family. You know what I do for Christmas? Not that. I don't see my friends. I don't see my family. I don't see my friends. I don't see my family. You know what I do? I don't do anything. I go to Disneyland this year. Normally I don't do anything. So, anyway.
Honestly, I don't know. Christmas is really busy. Not doing anything doesn't sound that bad.
Christmas is lame.
I mean, sometimes.
You know what's better than Christmas? literally every other day. That's why there's 364 of them. So you can be better all the time. And then there's one day where you can have to see your family. And that's why there's one of those instead of more than one of those. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to my audience.
Well, they can't see that.
What? But it's Christmas. I thought Christmas meant you get everything you wanted. If I'm not mistaken.
No, that's not what Christmas is about.
I don't understand. I thought it was Christmas. I thought that what we celebrated Christmas time was Christmas giving. And giving.
No.
And gifting.
That's not what Christmas is about.
And receiving. Hold on, I can't get up. Okay. I gotta shut a door. Hold on. Here, let me leave you with this right here. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Just give me a second. Alright, I'm back. Alright, we didn't go anywhere, but I'm back. Oh my god. Okay. Excuse me. Speaking of God, what's Christmas about? Nothing less than the birth of
the birth of Christ.
The good King above, Jesus. You know, the Lord. Anyway,
yeah.
Hug your families. I'll see you guys next time. No, I'm just kidding. We're here. We're celebrating. What do we want to talk about? It's Christmas time. So are we doing an end of the year show? Because if we do an end of the year show, we got different stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna...
we're
gonna wrap it all in one.
So this is our last episode of the year?
Yep.
Well, then we have to talk about the year. We have much to discuss. But before that, I just want to share with you our sponsor for today, Squarespace. Guys,
we don't have a sponsor.
Guys, Squarespace...
That's a lie.
Squarespace is a build-it-yourself website that you can craft for just $8 a month. So, if I were you guys... I would go to squarespace.com/word and you will receive 25% off your first website. Isn't that great? So just go to squarespace.com/word and experience tranquility. Anyway, guys, back to the show. So
yeah, I feel like somebody's actually going to use that link, you know? Somebody's going to get...
Well, we get commission every time. So, yeah, so just go to squarespace.com/word. That's WORD word. Now, back to the show. So now we need to talk about a couple things.
Like what?
Well, obviously, why do you have your phone? No phones in the show.
No, it's for the show.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't care. Anyway. So we need to talk about the yearly recap. Now, obviously, there's movies, there's music, there's television, there's everything. But before we dive into that, I want to get into our next sponsor, Audible. Now, guys, Audible is
we don't have they didn't sponsor
Audible.
us.
No, that's the gift that they gave us for Christmas.
No,
Audible,
that
guys.
was Squarespace. They didn't.
Audible also helps us out. They pays the bills, and if you don't mind, they're gonna get upset if we don't do a sponsor spot. So, guys, Audible is a great way to listen to your favorite stories on and off the road. Anytime you can't physically pick up a book, Audible's always there. You can do productive stuff while you listen. And so this month I'd like to recommend it to all you guys, and just use our code. That's audible.com/word for $15 off your next selection. That's audible.com/word. Now let's get back to the show. So essentially, what happened in 2019?
A ton of stuff happened. I mean,
okay, so let's start from the top. We got to do it in order. We got to do it in chronological order because we have to be fair to the listeners who should go to audible.com/word. Now let's go ahead and look up stuff that came out in 2019. Obviously, this podcast came out in 2019, so
that's weird to think about.
We're awesome, and you're not. Haha. Anyway, the Amazon rainforest fire came out in 2019.
Wow, that's
in August of 2019. Brazil Space Research Center said that Amazon rainforest, home to nearly 3 million plant and animal species and 1 million indigenous people. People live in the Amazon rainforest?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What do you think they're doing in there?
Saw an 84% probably taking care of all the trees. saw an 84% increase in fires from 2018. That's the number one thing people voted on for what happened this year.
Which is weird because I never heard about that.
Oh, I heard
Not
about
even
it
once.
Anyway,
Never came up.
Number 2 on this list is obviously Area 51 memes. There's a lot of memes that occurred in 2019.
That was a good meme. I remember that era. It was pretty nice.
It was a good time for all of us because it was during the summer, and we all just wanted to storm Area 51. We put it on our calendars, and then people did. People tried to go. Didn't work out. Now I'm going to skip over number 3. Number 4, the first picture of a black hole. That's actually really cool.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that day. That was awesome.
It was cool because we proved that God created black holes, and we're awesome, and yeah. Number 5, the Notre Dame Cathedral fire.
That was sad.
Everybody's burning up this year.
I remember I heard about that, and I was really sad because, like, it's a cool place to, like, just see and experience.
Have you ever been there?
Mm-mm.
So how do you know?
Because it is. It's a really historic place because it took 200 years to build. Like, it's crazy. It has, like...
only a couple hours to burn. That's the sound of the fire taking at the cathedral. You know. I'm just saying, you know, the fire burned it to the ground.
No, it didn't. It's still standing, actually.
It's still standing, but it burned a pretty good chunk of it. Like that. Like, did you see that video where the pillar just fell off?
Yes, I watched it burn.
The live stream of the Notre Dame Cathedral fire.
Yeah.
Pour one out for the Notre Dame. Literally pour one out for the cathedral fire. Anyway. Number 6. OK Boomer. OK Boomer just recently occurred in November. The boomers are upset. They're actually drastically offended.
Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, they've been calling millennials bad things since day one. I don't understand why this is any worse. But...
You know, we never told our old English teacher about our podcast, so we can say whatever we want.
Yeah,
only Mr. Mueller listens. By the way, Merry Christmas, Mr. Mueller.
And Mr. Mueller is a millennial.
So, OK Boomer. So, you know, she got real mad and offended because she said that
it was a slang term.
It was based on UrbanDictionary.com. And, you know, I agree. But also that's why we say it. So if you can't get with us, then OK Boomer, you know, moving on. I don't really use it. I think it's kind of lame at this point. Like, it's not fun to say OK Boomer because all the other generations took the fun out of the week that it was popular.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like one of those things where it was fun until... You know, people were like, it's offensive, and then we're like, but it's funny, and they just wouldn't budge. Kind of stunk.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like when other generations call us lazy and stuff, and we don't do anything. It's like, well, why can't we have some of the fun? And then they're like, because we're older than you. And we're like, OK Boomer, and then they just slap us or something.
Yeah, it's not fun. Anyway,
number 8, the Christchurch Mosque terror attack. This is a fun list. Was that the
PewDiePie one, or
yeah?
this
is the PewDiePie one where they shot up in New Zealand, and then he said subscribe to PewDiePie as a way to almost divert the blame. And PewDiePie said, "Not me, man." Yeah. And then that's what killed the T-Series versus PewDiePie debate, which that in itself happened in 2019. Which was probably one of the coolest moments.
Yeah, that was cool. I feel like a lot of people forgot about it, but like
this was a good year.
The T-Series PewDiePie thing was awesome.
This was a good year, not for me, but in general, like for the populace, it's a pretty good year.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
I can agree to that. The Keanu
Reeves Renaissance, because for whatever reason, everyone started loving Keanu Reeves again.
I mean, why not?
Like, I don't really get it, but then again, I haven't seen The Matrix, so whatever. Anyway, people love him. He's in SpongeBob now. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
But,
what's that? What is that?
Hurricane Dorian.
I didn't hear about that.
Struck the northern Bahamas during the first weekend in September and continued up. I didn't know about this. Do you think that's America being like, well, we don't care. It's not America.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
Anyway.
It's just weird to think about that natural disasters happened for no.
Well, who cares?
Like
it wasn't like 28. It wasn't like 2017 where we had Hurricane Harvey and whatever the other one was called. So if it's not an American problem, it's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? Pound it.
But it's not. The world is an interconnected thing. You can't just destroy one part and expect the rest of it to be okay.
No, because America, okay? America's
not that great.
If America survives, then all is good in the world, no matter what.
But it ain't, though.
That's the rule. Anyway, I have one to throw in there. Star Wars Land opened in 2019. Galaxy's Edge opened in 2019. One of the coolest things. One of the coolest Disney parks. Anyway.
Can't relate.
And it's great. Well, you see my lightsaber. You know where that came from?
Yeah, I understand. It doesn't help.
What do you mean it doesn't help?
It doesn't. Just looking at a lightsaber doesn't give you
no,
the
but
experience.
feeling the lightsaber, twirling the lightsaber like you're a Jedi or a Sith Lord because it's a red kyber crystal. But that, needless to say, it's cool and cool stuff like that came out of it. So, anyway, number 11, Greta Thunberg addresses the UN. Now, what's interesting about this is that, obviously this is the 16-year-old that is a activist for change. But what I think is interesting is that the week before she became like this big problem, or like not problem, well, problem for a lot of outlets in a lot of different countries. Like how like one of the country's presidents called her like a brat. Did you hear about that? Well, it's kind of like the week before all that stuff started to happen. I was in environmental science, and she just showed us a video of her like unprompted, a TED talk, and she's like, "Oh, this girl." And then all of a sudden, she was the most popular person of the year, and she got Time Magazine's Person of the Year. A 16-year-old got Time Person of the Year. Anyway, I think it's kind of weird, but
yeah.
ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is slain. That's kind of cool.
I didn't even hear about that.
What? How do you not hear about it? It was a giant deal because a dog got him. Our U.S. dog got him. It was kind of cool.
Huh. Well, that's strange.
Yeah.
So
the president announced October 27th that ISIS leader Abu Bakr... wait, can we say his name or are we going to get hunted down? Are terrorists going to kill us?
I don't know.
I hope not. Abu Bakr Baghdadi was slain in U.S. raid. The president said removing the ISIS leader was, quote, the top national security priority of his administration. Which, I mean, is kind of cool for Trump's administration that he can be like, well, at the end of the day, I caught ISIS leader, bro. So, anyway. And so he's gone. Anyway, that's part of our year. Number 15, U.S. women's soccer team wins the World Cup. I remember my teacher saying that was a cool thing. I don't care about it, though. So, number 6... Oh, wait, that's a TV show thing. We'll get to that. This is all news stuff. Number 18, the president is impeached. That happened yesterday.
Is that real? Did it happen?
Well, see, everybody says he's impeached, but he's not really. He's not technically... I guess technically he could be impeached. But also, all it means is that they voted on the articles to impeach him with. So he's obviously been impeached. He's a bad, like, get him out of office, like, obviously. But it still hasn't gone...
but, like, his presidency's almost over.
Well, like, well, maybe. But he hasn't gone... Like, none of this stuff has gone to the Senate. And not only has it not gone to the Senate, but Nancy Pelosi is withholding it from the Senate. So basically, the Democrats spent 4 years trying to come up with something to go against Trump. They got what they needed, and then they're just like, nah, we're good. We kind of proved a point. Like, it's kind of like a child that, like, complains and complains and complains until, like, their mother or father is like, sure, I'll do it for you. Just stop bickering, and then the child just loses all interest. You know what I mean?
Basically. Anyway,
number 19, everyone running for president 2020 goes right with it. 20-plus Democrats, they're on their third or fourth Democratic debate. And it's just like, get a move on. Let's just go. Like, let's keep it moving. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't keep up with that kind of stuff, but I can imagine it's quite boring to watch people talk in circles.
It's not like it's not boring, but it certainly needs to speed up because it's just it's slow and, like, regardless of what happens in 2020... Like, if Trump wins again, then we just get another 4 years of this. And if he doesn't win, then we're going to get anger on both sides again for something else. Like, whatever. Number 21, the college admissions scandal. I forgot this was a 2019 thing.
I hate to mention this now, but why are you numbering them?
Because they're numbered.
Yeah, but you're leaving out half of them.
No, I'm just saying, like, on the list, what people thought were popular. So, number 21 people thought were popular was the college admissions scandal.
I think I remember that.
Well, it's because the girl who played Becky on Full House, her daughter, and this is like the biggest one, there's a bunch of them, but her daughter got admitted into a college after the woman that plays Becky paid someone to Photoshop her into pictures of tennis, or whatever it was, or soccer, and then I
think it was tennis.
Well, yeah, so, like, Photoshop her into tennis, and then say that she was, like, a pro athlete, and then they got her an acceptance letter for it, and then she just never showed up to play the sport. So it was a big deal when people started to figure out that, like, parents were paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to get their kids in. And the kids didn't even know that it was a fake deal. So, crazy stuff. I don't know if she's in the newest season of Full House. I think she fled the country. We're not sure. And I don't care. Number 23, U.S.-China trade war.
I remember that.
Oh, it's weird. I want to skip it. I don't
Why?
Because, like, it was just a mess. And it's like I don't know exactly what to say about it. Like, 250 billion of Chinese exports to the U.S. in May, and they put tariffs on it. It's like, okay, well, that's it. I mean, like, there's nothing really to say about it. The bottle cap challenge, number 24. I remember that. That was a summer meme.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it. Like, I don't ever remember it really being a challenge. I just remember, like, one guy did it, and then, like, nobody else could do it, and it was funny to watch them try.
Dude, number 25 is a big hit of mine. The government shutdown.
Yeah, I remember that. There was a ton of people who were upset about that.
3 weeks the government was gone. 3 weeks the government was like just
Which means
whatever.
all those government paid jobs just like immediately just weren't getting income.
Yeah, like the TSA. Like that's insane. The TSA, you know, the people that make sure bombs don't get on our planes, they were just like, we're not getting paid, so we're gone. It's like okay, and a lot of good citizens still came in and did their work even without pay, but like a lot of people didn't have to come in, and that would probably be me if I was one of these people. So, you know, hopefully they made some money back on it, but I don't care about this Lady Gaga business. Grounding Boeing 737. I remember
wasn't that they like had to ground the plane because it was not safe. Well, like a lot of them blew up, and they were like, "Shoot, these things probably aren't good."
Well, they grounded a few, and one of them landed here. But yeah, I do remember that. The Mueller report.
Good job. That was a great time. Honestly, I remember hearing about that and just I knew when they started. I was like, "This is gonna go nowhere."
I've still never like watched the full Mueller report stuff.
It doesn't do anything. It didn't end up having an impact.
Well, obviously none of it matters now because now it's just about like it feels like the Democratic Party like they put one thing in front of the other. It's like well, let's catch our break. Let's catch our breath for a couple weeks before you just slam us with another one because we had. Like, from the start of his presidency, you could just go back to back to back to back. It's like Stormy Daniels. And then eventually you got to the Mueller report. And then eventually you got to the impeachment. And eventually you got to the, whatever. It's just come on, let's keep it going. Like, eventually this is going to end, but...
No, it never did. What was the Texas border facility crisis?
On June 21st, the Associated Press, AP, reported on a Texas Border Patrol station holding hundreds of migrant children in unsafe conditions.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, it was the, holding them in cages, as the argument was put. But, I mean, it was like an immigrants issue where they would hold the kids until the parents could get them if the
parents could get them.
Yeah, like if the kids crossed by themselves and the parents like could go get them, then that would happen. Or they were holding them in separate places from their parents, that way they could send them back. So I don't know. It was a big.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that. I remember being really disgusted by the whole thing. Like that's kind of weird to hold people up like that. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know about. I don't know. I don't know the pros and cons of doing it. So I don't know.
Well, pros is it's efficient. Cons is it's kind of inhumane.
Well, I'm sure. Like there's
grotesque.
More. I'm sure there's a lot more details that I would just need to like look into about it because I'm not quite sure. Number 33, Mute R. Kelly. That was
remember that, man.
Well, because Mute R. Kelly came right on the backside of Mute Michael Jackson, which I have a big stake in. But I watched the documentary.
I have a big stake in.
I have a big stake in the Michael Jackson thing, but I think that
you sound like you own stocks.
I mean, I own his respect.
You own Michael Jackson's respect?
Yeah.
You own the respect of a dead pedophile?
Put some alleged pedophile. Not that he's allegedly dead. We know he's dead. But allegedly...
Allegedly dead pedophile?
Yeah, so, I mean...
He's probably just chilling in that room with, Walt Disney and... God, who else is in there?
I mean, we don't know... I mean, like, I watched the documentary about Michael Jackson. I'm still on the fence. Like, I can understand it from both sides. I think the biggest takeaway that anybody can get from it is that parents shouldn't get persuaded by a celebrity into letting their children do things. But, you live and you let learn. That's what happened. That's why we're in this mess. Anyway. But R. Kelly is a different case because R. Kelly you could just prove full out. Without any need to make documentaries, without any need to speculate and have people choose a side, R. Kelly you can find guilty through through proof and more than enough people coming up to say stuff about R. Kelly. You have transcripts of him saying inappropriate things and video evidence of people doing inappropriate things at his concerts. So there's no wonder. Oh, and you have the actual proof that he married a minor. So, so those things all add up, and R. Kelly is just R. Kelly. Anyway, you got national emergency. What did he call a national emergency? When Trump and Democrats were unable to reach an agreement regarding funding for Trump's long-term border wall, he declared a national emergency. I don't really
Isn't that just the government? Is that different from the government shutdown?
That might have happened right before the government shutdown, but I don't remember a lot of it.
Oh wait,
the Fire Festival documentaries. Wait, that's movies. We're gonna get to that. Right? The Jesse Smollett saga. Woo!
We're getting into stuff I did not hear about.
Okay, you don't know about the Jesse Smollett saga? Okay, so the Jesse Smollett saga. Smollett.
Wait, do I know about this?
He was the Empire guy. Jesse Smollett was...
I remember the Empire okay, this is gonna sound dumb, but didn't Dave Chappelle make a joke about that?
Yeah, but okay. Jesse Smollett was the Empire man who, he's the guy who played whatever his character was on Empire that nobody cared about because nobody watches that show. He was on Empire, and then he was walking down a street, and allegedly guys came up and made fun of him for being gay and black because that's a double hit, and then they abused him and then sent him off. But and he people had to call the ambulance and help him out. But we found out that these people were hired by Jesse Smollett to do this stuff to him anyway. And I don't know what the purpose was, but obviously this dude is a bad man, and he wanted to just spread a bad name and put some power into his own pocket. So it was just a weird deal. And then I don't know about this baby. Oh, it's they had a baby. The prince and princess of Queen Elizabeth had a baby. Anyway,
oh, yeah.
I do remember that. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Leaving Neverland.
Yep. There's your boy.
Heartbeat Bills. I don't know what that is. Anyway, Roger Stone is found guilty. I don't know what that is. Oh, I got one to throw in real quick. How about the killing of what's his name? Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein. The killing of Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
That happened in 2019. It's super weird to think
remember that.
Super weird to think that the government might just be blatantly hiding a death. And it's because they don't want to just come out and say that they killed a man. So they're just that we just kind of let that slide. He killed himself, and then people got really upset, and they turned it into a meme where they just kept sharing the fact that he didn't kill himself. So
yeah, I remember that. Good times.
Then, I got another one to throw in. How about the Hong Kong stuff that's happening right now with protesters and people that are trying to stay loyal to...
We are literally in the middle of a podcast.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking a drink, because I'm thirsty.
That's not going to help. We both know that's soda.
Anyway, no, it's diet soda.
Anyway,
Hong Kong sucks. No, don't shoot me, Hong Kongians, please. Oh frick! I said some bad stuff. I gotta get out of here. I gotta flee the country.
What is the situation in Hong Kong?
Essentially, how do I explain? So essentially, people are protesting because I think the idea is that the values of Hong Kong might be absorbed by the values of China, and it's a culture thing. So people are upset that the country may start to swing in one way, in a direction that they don't want it to go in. The simplest way of explaining it. Anyway, so that's all the news ones that Ranker gave me. So I don't know anything else that happened this year. Oh, and there was one in here that we didn't mention. Pete Davidson marrying Ariana Grande for about a month, and then it didn't go well. Because they never actually got married, they broke up. And that's where Thank You Next came from. So do we want to go to music next? Is that our transition to music, or do we want to go into movies? Or
we could go into movies. I also pulled up a list of video games that came out in 2019.
I think we should say video games for Lucas's Corner, our segment.
The 1/8 of the show that I get.
Yeah. Well, what are you talking about? You're on this show the whole time. You're right now. You're on the show. Unless you're not on this. This mic is on. This is a hot mic. That's what they call it in the biz. A hot mic. No, not literally hot. It just means that it's recording us, so it's hot. because we're hot. So we're projecting our hotness into the mic. So it's a hot mic. It's a physically attractive microphone.
Yeah, I just did the math. It has to be right.
So
That's
anyway,
the only way it makes sense. Let's talk about movies, because I saw a few in this list that were just like right there.
okay, so let's look up a new list then. So let's look up movies in 2019. This is gonna be just a list. So I think
IBM has a good list.
IBM. Who's IBM?
No,
IMDb.
IMDb, whatever.
I didn't know. Yeah, wait.
What is IBM?
50 best movies of 2019. Should that work? Please give me a good list. Okay, here we go. Oh no, this is a bunch of like movies that.
This has a bunch of trailers.
This wasn't. Oh wait, here we go. Okay, number 46 on this list. It's counting down now.
This
Chapter
is
2.
Just Chapter 2.
Chapter 2 of It. So
Cool.
does anyone remember It Chapter 1? I'm sure you do because we talked about it like 2 episodes ago. So we don't need to talk about it. No, we talked about Joker 2 months ago.
Joker 2?
No, we talked about Joker.
I'm gonna see if I can't find a better list. I don't like this one.
We talked about Joker 2 episodes ago, but let's talk about It 2. Does anyone remember It 2? That was the one with It again. And, we'll just look up IMDb. I am the boy. Yeah,
just keep talking.
Anyway, no, now I'm confused.
Stop.
Whose podcast is it now? Help! I'm stuck! Someone's trapped me in the podcast room. Anyway, I'm seeing a lot of movies that are on here. But It Chapter 2 is good. It was a movie about the kids coming back, obviously. And, it was really hyped up because I was really excited about it in September when we got that trailer. I remember it coming out and being in school and wanting the trailer to drop. And then it did, and it was exciting. But, after that, it was just kind of... it came and went, and no one's heard from it since. It's not really a big deal because the movie's over. So that's it. That's It Chapter 2.
The next movie did you ever get to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? I really wanted to go watch that one.
Is this our list now?
No, I think. Well, I'm gonna pick some good ones out of this list, but anyway.
So past this one. You said good movies, but ching.
We're still talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but
how can we talk about if we've never seen
it? Because we talk about the fact that we've never seen it, that we wanted to see it but never did because it's rated R,
and I'm a good Christian. So
but so is Joker. So let's talk about that for a second.
Okay, I remember some of Joker because I saw a dump of it on YouTube, so I remember some. Wait, Knives Out.
Well, I was gonna. Okay, I have a plan.
Okay, just go.
We have a whole podcast where we talk about this movie, so
Oh wait, didn't that just happen?
Yeah, literally, this just came out, so we're not gonna talk about that one too much.
Ugh, it must suck to be a podcasters, huh?
Yeah,
hey guys, from now on, I'm giving all my podcast rights to Lucas. He's in charge of the show. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'll see you guys later.
Wait, 1917? Has that even come out?
No, it comes
out. What the heck?
It comes out next year.
Jojo Rabbit. I hear this movie was really good.
I have no idea what
it's
about.
It's
a comedy about Hitler.
Yeah, it's a parody about Nazi Germany. Basically, this young boy is he's supposed to be a Nazi, but he's not good at it. Because he's a kind person.
So is that supposed to be Hitler right there?
Yeah, this is the Hitler inside his head. It's a weird movie. I meant to go watch it, but never did. I feel like that's gonna be a running thing. This movie's list is.
Well, the rest of the best. Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4. That was
Toy
one of
Story
our.
4?
That was way back. We did a podcast on that one too. Way back when.
Yeah, in June. No.
Yeah.
I don't know when it came out during
July?
the summer. Maybe September. It was pretty good. Although, not as good as Toy Story 3. I mean, if I had to rank them, I'd probably say I'd probably say 3, 4, 1, 2. Right? Because 2 is
honestly
objectively the
I'm going to
worst.
get burned at the stake for this, but I was never the biggest Toy Story fan. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
Did we go see Toy Story 4?
No.
No, I didn't see
maybe
it
we
with
did.
you.
I might have saw it twice. Because I remember I saw it with my brother, and then I might have seen it.
I don't remember seeing Toy Story 4. No, I mean, I remember seeing it, but just not with you. Did we?
I think we did.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure, because I remember I saw it twice, because
I did not.
I was really desperate because I was at a mall and I had nothing to do, and me and my brother were like, let's just watch a movie, and this was the best option we had, so.
Yeah, but what about Avengers Endgame though?
Avengers Endgame.
The worst movie of the year, objectively the worst movie of the year. 3 hours of nonsensical bull.
Yeah, that's right. You stutter off. That's right.
Shiitake mushrooms.
I liked it. It was a good movie. It was a good way to wrap up Phase 3.
Phase 4.
Phase 4?
Yeah.
I thought Phase 4 is what we're in now.
I thought you were a true fan. No, I think we're in Phase 5.
Shoot. Anyway, I liked it. It was a good movie. I don't care what you say.
My favorite scene was when Thanos got his head chopped off, but then it wasn't chopped off. You know what I'm saying, guys?
You be quiet out of here with your weird sarcastic
That's the
comments.
plot of the movie. That's what happens.
Though.
The plot of the movie is Thanos dies, but does he really? That should be the subtitle of Avengers Endgame.
But like,
oh, this has got ads in it. Wait, scroll up. What is that? No, Frozen 2.
Yes, Frozen 2.
Did we talk? We didn't even talk about.
We
Frozen
did not.
2.
We both saw it, but did not talk about it.
Frozen 2 was a critically acclaimed masterpiece.
Oh my, that's
starring
some
Idina
high
Menzel,
praise.
starring Idina Menzel and other ones. Oh, Cats comes out today. Dude, do you want my tickets to Star Wars? I want to go see Cats instead.
Yes.
Because Cats.
Gosh, Cats is a nightmare.
Wait, how long? I want to go see it. I do want to go see it.
Not today.
I mean, obviously, I'm not going to go see it today because I have tickets to Star Wars Rise of the Star Wars Age of Skywalker, Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker.
Came up with it all on his own.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to go see that movie. Okay, hit next. There's more. Oh, Play Mobile the movie. Why didn't we go see that? Wait, came out 2 weeks ago? I'd go see it. It comes out Christmas Day. 1917 comes out Christmas Day.
Gosh, Terminator? I don't...
By the way,
I remember this coming out, but I did not see it. That's weird.
By the way, I know that I was joking during that chapel the other day, but isn't... Like, I know Jesus coming down to be a baby boy is a good Christmas, but isn't, like, that other Christmas also cool where, like, the soldiers who were at war just stopped and they played soccer with each other and they celebrated humanity? Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
No?
Wasn't that one... Olympics cool when everybody went to Nazi Germany to play sports?
They killed Nazis.
Yeah.
At least that's how I saw it. Secretly. Marvel movies. They just come and go, don't they? Oh, wait, scroll up. That movie Hustle, I really wanted to watch that. I never did. I mean, I'm sure it's not great.
I am 100% sure that's not a great movie.
Wait, what time is it? Scroll right. Yeah. Wait, you looked at it. You know now.
Yeah, I do.
Are you going to let me know?
3:25.
Okay, cool. Wait, I have an hour before I got to be somewhere.
Yeah. We're good. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of good movies for sure.
Oh boy, Bohemian Rhapsody came out this year? I thought it came out last year.
I don't know. This has been the year for me where it was like a lot of stuff came out at the beginning that I really thought came out last year.
Yeah, January was a weird time for movies because I feel like all of those movies could have been 2018 movies. Like,
but they like pushed them back for the new year.
Like A Dog's Purpose? Ugh. More like A Dog's Purpose, more like A Dog's Gross.
Dogs are gross.
Glass came out in 2019?
Yes,
no.
This was one of the first movies to come out.
That's weird.
Yeah. Isn't this a trilogy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to watch all of it, to be honest. It seems cool.
Wait, dude, we're forgetting about the biggest movie of the year. Logan Paul versus KSI. The sequel.
Yeah, why wasn't that in any
That happened 2 weeks ago. Did you see any of it?
Wait. No, I did not. I did not see any of it.
The Logan Paul versus KSI fight was dope because they fought, and then for the first time in like years, they called a 2-point. I want to say conversion, but that's not true.
Tie?
No,
like a draw?
No, it was a 2-point penalty because Logan hit KSI during a timeout. So they called it on him, and like it was so dumb because like it's technically a pro call, and they are doing like pro fighting, but like they're not professionals. Like they're just
I don't know.
YouTubers. Like,
I remember hearing about that. It was weird.
Because if they hadn't called it, Logan Paul would have won. But because of the call, KSI won the match. That's dumb. It's dumb.
So I know you didn't watch this, but Polar came out. That was a weird.
What do you mean?
Movie.
You know I didn't watch it. I watched it. I know everything about that movie.
What's it about?
It's about a man named Polar.
No.
Polar Bear.
It's not. It's not at all what it's about.
It's about him trying to find his Coke can.
No, it was a weird movie that came out on Netflix. I watched it. It was weird, but it was all right.
Well, I know
what I'm excited for. I didn't realize The Silent Voice came out this year. This is my second favorite movie I've ever watched.
I can't relate.
I know you can't because
you know what else came out this year? Digimon Try.
I don't think it did.
The set of movies called Digimon Try.
Anyway, Silent Voice. That's a good movie.
Dude, Wizard of Oz
I recommend all 10 of you who are watching, you should go and watch it. Just like any way you can.
Even Mr. Mueller?
Yes, even Mr. Mueller. It's on Netflix. Go watch it. It's great. It's amazing.
What if I told you I've already seen it?
Then I would be really happy, but I know you're lying.
I've seen it.
Then what's it about?
It's about a boy and a girl.
Uh-huh.
And they meet and they fall in love.
No, they don't.
And one of them's
stupid
idiot. One of them's mute. That's why it's called a silent voice.
She's not mute.
Well, he's deaf. Then. What do you want from me?
I want you to go watch the movie. I just said that.
How long is it?
Like 2 hours.
Oh, I don't have time for 2 hours.
It's a normal length movie. Anyway.
So an hour and a half? I mean, I got TikTok, man. I got things to do.
But yeah, I mean, that's basically it for movies. The rest of these are just like... Oh, wait. I could talk about this. Do you want me to talk about this?
I Want to Eat Your Pancreas?
Yeah, this is actually a really good movie.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so basically, the title's really weird. You're going to have to forgive it. But basically, it's a movie about a girl who gets a terminal disease. And she meets this guy who's like... He doesn't connect with people very well, and they basically just bond over the fact that they can't make a connection. And it's a really interesting movie. And the title comes from like a weird bit of folklore, because it was rumored that if you ate like an organ that you needed, that it would heal the one that you have, and that's why it's called that, because something's wrong with her pancreas. But anyway, I just felt like I should say that so that way people know that it's not a weird movie, it's just a weird title.
Now, for all my white boys out there, I just want to let you know that I did not see Charlie's Angels, but what I will tell you is, if you want to go see Charlie's Angels, please do, and write in the comments what you thought, because I want to see Charlie's Angels, but it's not out on DVD yet. I missed my chance to go see it, and this is the same page, so let's go ahead. I know there's more 2019 movies that we didn't talk about, and I want to talk about them, because I think what we're learning about the WordPool is it is a well-documented movie show. I think that's fair to say.
We do movies here. We do a lot of movies.
I think we didn't talk about Spider-Man. That's a shame, because Spider-Man was great.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
We didn't talk about Godzilla King of the Monsters, which was a great movie.
Awesome movie. But I think we talked about that on a podcast.
Well, yeah, but this is a recap. Shazam came out this year. What a great movie.
Yeah, it gave me hope for the DC universe.
Men in Black did not come out this year, I guess.
Men in Black International, I think it did.
This movie came out... How to Train Your Dragon came out this year?
Yeah.
Gross. Pikachu came out this year? Gross. Angry Birds 2 came out this year? Gross. Dora the Explorer came out this year? Funny movie, because... Did
you watch it?
No, but I saw a clip where... Here, I'm going to pull it up real quick. We can watch it silently, because, I mean... Good clips don't need audio, if you know what I'm saying. So we're just going to go to youtube.com. And I think this is a good time to actually mention our sponsor for today's episode, Stitch Fix. So if you guys ever wonder what kind of clothes you should get, and you're not good at picking, I know certainly I'm not. So what I do is I go to stitchfix.com/word. Stitchfix.com/word is your only place to ask for clothes, and a professional will pick them out for you, ship them to you. You actually get a box, you open the box, and oh my gosh, all the clothes you picked out are there, and even some extra ones that they think that based on your style that you could pull off. And if you wear them and you're like, man, this isn't me, you just send them right back. So for our listeners, what we did is actually we talked to them and they gave us a code, stitchfix.com/word. That's stitchfix.com/word. You get 10% off, just on us. So anyway. So the clip I want to talk about is a clip from Dora the Explorer. Explorer? Anyway, they go into like this drug-induced nightmare where all the live-action characters slowly turn into their cartoon parts, and I think it's great.
That is a pretty clever scene. But
so like Diego turns into Diego, Dora turns into Dora. I mean, it's just funny. It's fun for the whole family. And I'm sure that this movie...
I can understand that. It sounds interesting, but, like, I don't know.
Oh,
my goodness.
Disney Plus came out this year.
It did do that, didn't it?
Mandalorian came out this year.
Yeah, Mandalorian. What a show. We talked about it.
It's kind of garbage. I gotta be honest. It's kind of
Well,
pointless.
you're kind of garbage. You garbage can of a person.
I haven't seen the newest one. I think.
It was pretty good. It came out 2 days ago.
No.
Yes.
Why did it come out 2 days ago?
I think they wanted to promote the new movie, so they released it early, so that way people could just not have to watch it on Friday. If I were to guess.
Well, that's kind of lame. I don't like that. Because I mean,
I don't know. I'm not complaining because they gave me a Mandalorian episode.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta stretch. Sorry, that was me stretching. Well, I think that the Mandalorian. Well, if they would have put it out on Friday, it would have gave people an incentive to watch the show at home and then go see more Star Wars. So, I don't know. I mean, they could have done it either way, so it's fine. Anyway, sorry guys, we're just chilling watching this Dora the Explorer clip. What are you guys doing while you watch this show? Hopefully, you're eating a snack. You're just enjoying our words and what we're talking about, our movie loves, and hopefully everyone's just having a good time. So let's actually just return. We're at 45 minutes. We can do 15 more. I mean, we got this.
Yeah.
So I think
I was just checking where we were at.
Oh well, I think personally, can I tell you where we're at? I think we're at a place where our show is going to grow. It's going to expand. It's going to turn into one of the best shows out there. And what I'm saying is that we have 10 subscribers now. I think by next year, 11. I think least 11 people. Because I think we used to have 13 and we lost 3, which, I mean, that sounds like a big deal. But if we can get one more, that's all that it takes, man. One step at a time. 3 steps back, 1 step forward. That's what I always say. Anyway, guys, we'll see you now because we're still having a podcast.
Yeah, what are you talking about? We just said we were going to go for another 15 minutes, at least.
Okay, so we talked about movies.
Do you want to talk about music and video games, like, really briefly? Like, go, like, speed round?
Yeah, 2019 music.
Let's get the big one out of the way. Thank you, next.
Why did you say it? It's weird when you say it.
Because I know that is all you care about.
That's not all I care about. There's a lot of songs that came out this year. Selena Gomez came back this year. I bet you didn't know that.
I did because I don't care.
I also bet you didn't know that Bruno Mars did not come back this year. And
he's still dead.
Nobody's heard from him in a while. I know he's touring in Vegas right now. But that's kind of like the death spot for artists, so I hope he doesn't stay there. Anyways, Thank You Next obviously came out, which ties it into the Pete Davidson scandal. Well, is it really fair to call it a scandal? I mean, all they did was break up. But what's interesting is that she made an album off of it. She made millions. He kind of disappeared into obscurity, even though he's still on SNL. So that kind of happened. There's a bunch of good songs, in my opinion, on Thank You Next, including Seven Rings and... what's the other one? Break Up With Your Boyfriend 'Cause I'm Bored. Those kind of songs. Now, if we're going to transition over to more pop kind of stuff, you had Camila Cabello's album came out this year. I forget what it was called.
Did the Jonas Brothers come back this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah, so anyway, Camila Cabello came back this year, and she released a full album, and she did it in like a week, which is kind of cool. So now we'll talk about the Jonas Brothers. Obviously, the Jonas Brothers, Big Time Rush. No, that's not
They're
them.
Big Time Rush knockoffs is what they are.
I mean, that's what I've been hearing. I just didn't want to say it. But essentially, Jonas Brothers, everybody loves them. I mean...
And they, went completely off the radar for, what, 10
Well, because
years?
they broke up, and they weren't... They weren't
brothers anymore.
Well, no, they weren't professionally friendly with each other. But then, for whatever reason, probably not because they got back together, it was probably a marketing decision that they reformed the Jonas Brothers. And, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people were so excited that they came back, but to me, I can't get over the fact that it's just a marketing thing. So yeah. I understand that, it's a cool thing that the Jonas Brothers are back, but to me, I can't see past the fact that, they're basically tricking a bunch of people by just coming back out of nowhere. Because obviously, it's not like this isn't some fairy tale land where all the brothers are like, let's get the band back together, and blah, blah, blah. It's probably a money making decision, and somebody probably told them that now was the best time to come back, and so they came back. That's all I can think about when I think about the Jonas Brothers.
I mean, I feel like it has to be a little more complicated than just business, though, because they were making money before, and they probably had enough money to just live their lives that not super rich, but kind of mundanely, and they were doing that for years, so if that was the thing, they would be fine with it. So I really feel like it was either something financially happened or there was something it has to be bigger than you could make a lot of money if you came back now.
I still think it's still a money thing, because even if they needed the money, I think there was a couple things going. You know, it is weird. Like, if you think about the Jonas Brothers right before they came back, it's really interesting that they came back because Joe Jonas was off with DNCE, and he was they were making hits and people liked them, and you know they were starting to stagnate because there wasn't a lot of great songs and they hadn't put out they hadn't put out an album in a while, so I can understand why he returned. And then Nick Jonas is the strangest one of them all because he's the most popular brother, and he had his own music going. He was in Jumanji that year, which means that it kind of like kept his acting career going, and he was starting to get really popular in the acting scene. And then, so he could have done things by himself, which means I bet the other two had to rope him back in, because I bet Joe needed money, and not Nick. What's the third one?
No.
See, that's really upsetting, because we know Joe and Nick, but we don't know the third
I didn't know those two.
You didn't know Nick Jonas?
No, dude, I don't keep up with the Jonas Brothers.
What's the third brother's name?
I don't know.
Oh, people are gonna hate us. Wait, all 10 of us, all 10 of you guys are gonna hate us. Jonas Brothers. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. This is my fault. I hate myself. For you, I hate myself. Kevin. Okay, so Kevin Jonas.
Kevin. Of course his name had to be Kevin. So Kevin could have been anything in the whole world.
So basically, well, I'm saying the third one is obviously the most popular one. Like, you know the third one out of any of them.
Nick.
But But I'm saying that like they probably came back together so that way like they could have like all successful financial and really popular careers, because it is putting them back in the limelight.
I mean, I guess, but like at the same time, really, they were fine the way they were. Like,
well, yeah,
it's not like, yeah, sure, money's fine, but like if money was all they cared about, they probably would have just stayed together in the first place, right?
No, because they broke up when they were younger, and I bet they broke up over stupid stuff anyway. Because breaking up can be over stupid stuff in my mind, but coming back together like they did, I think it probably was like a mix between more money all around, and Nick is probably the one that I can imagine not needing it the most. But and people like this that aren't much like normal people, they don't really think of the value of the money the same way. So I think it's more so like they're generating more revenue, they're putting more out there, they're becoming more popular. It's a hunger that they strive for, and coming back together they can fuel more of. Is basically the thing behind that, and they're gaining more popularity, which I mean, at that stage in a career is better than money, is being in the limelight.
Anyway,
Post Malone
Circles. Yeah, this was a really good song. I actually really
Memories by Maroon 5. That's a great song.
I think I've heard that's pretty good.
Selena Gomez came back.
Yep, that was cool. Wait, someone else came back. I think. Did we? I don't know.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, yeah, he came back.
He's been gone for a while.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. The good old Juice WRLD. He's no longer with us. Rip.
Well, he didn't come back. He died. That's the opposite of coming back.
I know what I said.
The good old Juice WRLD.
The good old Juice WRLD is.
Did you ever hear one Juice WRLD song?
No, I have not actually.
Well, Lucid Dreams, but yeah, just I don't care.
I mean, it's kind of sad, but it's hard to be sad over someone you didn't know, I guess.
If like Selena Gomez would have got lupus again this year, died, I would have been real sad. But the fact is, like, she didn't, so all's good.
So like, yeah, we're good.
If Ariana Grande dies like next year, you know, like that would make the world upset.
Why would she die next
I'm just saying,
year?
like, if something sudden happened and like an artist like her died, like it would be so much bigger than Juice WRLD.
Yeah, it would, because Juice WRLD, he was a popular person, but at the same time he was young and his career hadn't quite. I would say it hadn't hit its stride. Like, it was big. Don't get me wrong.
Ariana Grande is only 5 years older than him.
That's what I'm saying. Like her career is like, I would say it's still ramping up. Like. Maybe it's like starting to plateau a little bit, but like she's still getting more popular.
Well,
like
Ariana
it's not like people are losing interest yet, you know?
I would argue that Ariana Grande is the face of pop right now. Like, she is pop music right now.
Yeah, I would say that's fair, so, especially like, you know, like she's third on the list, so.
And yeah, I mean it's just crazy. Anyway, so okay, we'll go to games real quick and then we'll finish up because we got like seven ranks left. So video games. We got Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Great game.
Great game.
So far it's a great game. It's just like a Star Wars movie except you're in it.
Death Stranding.
Know nothing about it.
I heard it was...
I heard it was controversial.
Yeah, I heard it. Like, a lot of people said it was really good, but in reality it wasn't that good.
It's Pokemon Sword and Shield. Good game.
Great game.
Good game. Over it.
Yeah.
The Outer Worlds, I wanted to play it, never did. Luigi's Mansion GUI 3, never played it. Borderlands 3, never played it.
Fire Emblem, I heard, was really good. It was
Kingdom
a
Hearts
long
3.
game.
Kingdom Hearts. Wait, that came out.
That came out. Yeah, that came out in February, didn't it?
No.
January?
No, January 20. I want to say 23rd or something. 28.
Yeah.
It was either 23rd or 28th.
Yeah,
Kingdom
so
Hearts
like
3,
it came out. That was a big game. I remember Resident Evil 2. This remake
That's a
had
remake.
yeah, that had a ton of hype behind
Apex
it.
Legends, we'll give it up
I
to you.
did not realize Apex Legend came out this
Super
year.
Mario Maker 2, we'll give it to you.
Untitled Goose Game. That's a weird thing that just came out.
Um,
Devil May Cry 5.
Mortal Kombat 11, we'll give it to you as well.
Devil May Cry 5. I thought this was really underrated. No one ever talked about this, but like, yeah, it came out. It was pretty good from what I saw.
Crash Team Racing, we'll give it up to you.
Yes.
Wait, Just Dance 20, we'll give it up to you as well.
No.
Cadence of Hyrule.
No. You can't just gloss over that.
What?
It's not a good game. They come out every year.
Yeah, but I like it.
Don't give it up to it.
I haven't
Be
bought-
like, okay, it's a game that exists.
Well, at least I didn't give it up to 2K20. I'll give it up to Cadence of Hyrule.
Cadence of Hyrule is an innovative game.
Let's go ahead and give it up to nobody else on this list. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, there it is. Just Dance 20. Let's give it up to Just Dance 20.
Days Gone. I heard that was just a lot of bike riding, but not bad.
Is that all the video games?
Yeah, that's all the video games.
Let's
just
give it
look
up to
at
the game
this.
of the year, guys. Everybody except 2K. 2K didn't get claps anymore.
Yeah, because it's a bad game.
It's not bad. It's
Yes,
just
it
the same.
is.
It's not bad. It's just the same. If
No,
2K,
it's actually a bad game, and I will fight you on this because even people who like the game know that the servers suck and they don't work on them because they know they don't have to, and it's just a money grab.
it's just a money. I'm saying that's the biggest issue. And if 2K came out once every 5 years instead of once every year, people would like it way more.
Yeah, but they're not going to because people pay for it still. They're never going to do that. It's never, ever going to be a thing.
What are you doing? Are you looking at porn on my computer?
Yes.
Stop. Just get this man off my screen. What is all? Oh, that game came out.
What, Link's Awakening?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear a lot about that after release.
Stardew Valley got a patch for all those Stardew Valley players out there. Oh boy, Lucas? What are you looking at?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Lucas, that's actual porn. You need to go. Oh
Now we're
no.
back here.
Wait, okay, so wait, is there any, what time, what are we at?
We got 3 minutes.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about what we want to do for the rest of the year. Well, I mean, not the rest of the year. Obviously, we're going to be living it up like boys for the rest of the year, but we're talking about men next year. We are going to be men. Now, what are we going to get done in 2020? Go.
I hope that this comes out on a more regular schedule than it did.
Yeah, hell yeah, man, hell yeah. Woo.
Things got really out of hand there.
Well, when you go off to college, like, we need to get you a Discord now, because once we get a Discord, we could do this every week, because it won't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Once we get a Discord. And you can get a job, so you can buy a $50 mic, and you can do this.
Yeah.
In fact, that's your Christmas present. I got a special announcement. You can take the blue microphone home. It's yours now.
I have a better one.
I just bought a $150 mic, so mine.
It's like one of those professional ones that like has an elbow. It like comes down.
Or it's hanging off the ceiling, and I'm just like, here it is, guys. This is the new $150 mic. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope this show becomes more regular. I hope that it's a better year. I don't know. That feels like selfish to say because this year wasn't bad, but like I don't know. I'm always hoping for a better year.
Well, do you have any resolutions?
No, not really. I feel like I always fail when I have resolutions, so I just don't bother.
I have a lot of resolutions, and I usually succeed. Like I'm the opposite. I have a lot of resolutions, and I like succeed at some of them. So, I mean, as long as I strive forward on some stuff. Like part of my resolutions this year were to start writing more regularly. Obviously, did that because I got 3 notebooks over there.
And then stoned.
Wait, what was that?
Stopped.
Huh?
You stopped.
I didn't stop. I'm writing right now. That's why those notebooks are over there, because I picked up the pen last night to write.
Yeah, but remember when you were writing them in like every day?
I was writing them every day, and then I switched over to electronic. Like I was doing it on PC because my book is on PC, and I was writing on the book. But there's something about there's something about committing yourself to doing it physically that's so much better than committing to do it online. If you do it online, like you're looking at the same pages over and over and over again, and it's up to you to make it all flow and to make everything type well and everything. But over there, like there's just such a surreal feeling about like opening the book, finding your blank page, and then just writing. And you actually feel the exertion of writing. Anyway, That's just a writer's thought.
Yeah,
Anyway.
so for me, no real resolutions to speak of, but for you, you got some. What do you got?
I don't know.
You gonna work out? You gonna get buff?
Yeah, I'm gonna get like swole. I'm gonna lose some weight.
How much weight do you have left to lose?
All of it. I'm gonna probably record with my new friend. Come in here, Greg. Anyway, that's when we replace you, and you never nobody ever hears you again. Anyway, just thoughts. We do a book. I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna I want to produce a song next year. I want to stop watching as much YouTube. I want to get my hours down. Like this last week I had 29 hours, and the week before I had like 35. So every week I try to get lower amounts. So this week I got to get below 29, which I'm gonna do very easily because it's been finals week, which actually sucks in the long term because if I get really low because of finals, that means I got to get lower the next week, and it just is gonna suck because how can I get lower than like 15 hours of YouTube? That sounds insane, but
I don't know. Just don't watch YouTube.
No, but there's so many good videos on YouTube. Anyway, guys, watch this on YouTube. Like, follow, and subscribe. Obviously, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors, all of which you can find at their link / what's our code?
Word.
Yeah, /word. Thank you. Our links are their link /word. Obviously, that's Audible, Stitch Fix, and Squarespace. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, a Happy Kwanzaa. Celebrate your Hanukkah, light the menorah, and above all else, God among us. God be with us. God help us all.
What was that thing that we came up last time?
And above all, that's the way the mic drops. And that's how we end our show, guys. So above all else, Christ be with you.